What's going on? It's your favorite hustler, Wade Jackson, back again with another live stream. You guys, how y'all doing out there? Man, me and my son just made the come up, man. Yeah, I cashed out on them Robux, so we about to get it started. Yeah, I got the map. Yeah, so I'm ready. I'm very excited. Let's get straight into it, y'all.
At that time, we called for Sergeant Nota and for Commander Herrera.
Yeah, I'm gonna get photos of.
Ooh, we got some police on this one, y'all. I was trying to be an officer. Remember, they kicked me out the Discord, y'all, but it's cool. Let's see who try to bust my head.
I saw her lay on the floor. There was an oxygen tank next to that room was on the right-hand side. The oxygen was still hooked up to her nose. It was still going at the time.
Just hold up for right here.
Tyrez, bring me one of them cookies. Bring me one of them cookies on the counter.
Based on the identification that was recovered from inside the house.
Dang, Tyrez, they arresting people for reckless driving, so be careful.
Identified Robert.
I don't even think you're in my city, but I'm just saying.
Robert and Martha, they were my grandparents. If I describe my grandfather, Robert, I'd just say very simple.
Okay.
He lived a simple life. He was very old school and would let me drive his pickup at 9, 10 years old around the boonies, you could call them. And he would let me take his guns out and go shoot guns in the middle of the desert and stuff like that, at a very young age. My grandma Martha, she was very, very laid back. She used to like to read a lot of books. That was her thing. And she had a weird obsession with tie-dye. She looked almost like a highlighter on some days. And obviously I figured they had no enemies. I thought it must have been a mistake or something. Something must have happened that caused the tragedy like that.
When William was in high school here in Tempe, Robert and Martha would come down on game nights and watch him play football. And he was quarterback, so Robert and Martha were very proud of him to watch, his games. Robert and Martha enjoyed coming down, especially to see all of us, their family down here. When we first found out that Robert and Martha were killed, it was devastating. It was a shock as well to know that this happened to them, an elderly couple out there.
By trade, I'm a gunsmith, and once I was in the residence, one of the first things I noticed was the .22 long rifle brass casings on the bed and on the floor. This is not a gun designed for self-defense, mainly used by kids hunting rabbits. This is not something you would use on another human being normally. Okay, we'll go talk to you guys over here. Okay. This location where this occurred is extremely rural. There is no surveillance systems in the area. Everything has to be done through eyewitness accounts. Have fun. Okay. Hey, Travis and Brian are next door talking with the family.
We heard a loud noise, a car going down the street.
Okay.
At 10 o'clock, roughly.
About 10.
10, 10, 15.
I know it's just a dark. Was it a sedan?
I couldn't even tell you what it was. It wasn't even focusing on it.
Yeah, all I saw was a polygon.
And I never thought it was what really happened was happening. I just thought Susan pulled up and they were on you. That's what they always do.
When speaking with the neighbor, didn't really give a full description of what could be seen. Some type of argument occurred, possibly with the suspect and victim. And given the time of the year, July 4th, the witness, with the noise that was heard, thinking that it was fireworks going off at that time. So they pulled up. They go in the whole parking lot, the whole or just straight down and just park there.
I don't know what the fuck I keep happening with my stuff.
It'll be a fight.
Okay.
No, it's not really my mouse. It's like
At this point, we didn't have nothing much.
Something will happen
What the neighbor had
in the
indicated to
game.
us, hearing a commotion.
I don't know, trying to pull out my weapon or something. But anyway, it's like a blue arrow that pops up on my screen, and then I can't move. I'll show you when it happens.
Had a huge head start on us.
I gotta hide my gun too. I really don't want it sticking out right now. In a minute I will. Tuck, true. High.
Is he there?
Shit.
I think you speak with him. Okay.
Realistic.
We ended up speaking with another neighbor who saw the Sorenson's daughter Susan, near the scene, near or around the time of the homicide. So she came over?
Yeah, she came over.
What were you at? Were you very tough? You were sleeping?
I was sleeping in the corridor. I got up. She came over. She was very close. She was crying.
Hey Tyrese! Did you ever get Luton?
Okay, and by what time was it that she came over? Remember? About roughly.
I remember.
Was it still daylight?
It was a little like.
Did she say anything? What did you?
Well, she didn't say anything. So I guess get out here. Just hold somewhere. But I did. That was it. She was playing about her. Never met her. So.
This is a point in the investigation. The neighbor was unable to provide solid information, but we did information that Susan was given a ride away from the residence to a different location. We later discovered that Susan had some type of trailer in the Sanders area, and they spoke to the owner of that property.
I'm going. No?
Tyrese!
But that picture.
Can you loot?
Oh, to Susan.
They had to get out of there.
You said no?
There's that trailer there.
I just found out how to loot.
Oh, it's actually open. Oh, it's been open. Storage, huh? Looks like what they're using it for. The trailer belonged to Susan and her boyfriend, and that they were using that as storage. So we continue looking and knocking on doors and asking questions and trying to get a lead, to this double homicide. We did a small canvass of the area, and there was information that that the boyfriend did come to the residence later that night. I believe it was a Friday.
Over here.
That? What do you mean?
Here, over here.
Okay. When was that? When did he come over?
Tyrese went ahead and got drippy now too, man. See his drip?
About what time was that?
You see his drip?
Yeah.
But he was his headlights are pointed that way instead of pointing that way.
I understand. I just don't want them punking him on the game.
Alternator problems?
That's what he said. He just said that.
Okay.
The neighbor did mention was kind of odd that he didn't come
That
opposite
man threw the
direction.
goggles
Direction
on
only
his head.
does.
Put the damn goggles on his head.
He gonna be mad because if he run with me, we gotta wear black and white.
I was having a problem with my headlights. But it's okay now. It's okay.
So when they asked the neighbor about Susan's boyfriend, about how his behavior was, the neighbor told us the boyfriend Gary, had a tendency towards violence.
He's kind of a vicious person.
So, our attention focused on the boyfriend at the time.
Did they report with you or anything like that?
The neighbor really had no issues with with the boyfriend, but there was some type of violence with Susan, and Martha and Robert had some type of history with the boyfriend.
This is where she told Rob hiding the closet.
When she was at her house? Okay. And that's what Susan told you? And she said why he wanted her to, why she wanted him to hide in the closet?
We began to focus our attention on Gary Wilkins. At this point, this is when we're notified that our dispatch had finally made contact with Susan
This is
Sorensen.
like the last guy.
There, with notes on it. Hello, Susan. Hi. Hey, this is Tony with the sheriff's office. Susan, where are you at right now?
And the next step is to get to her and interview her.
We need to sit down and talk with you. Like, give us 30 minutes. We'll see you in about 30 minutes.
Tyrese, get back and put that knife up,
She
man.
did agree to meet us at the sheriff's office.
Look, he got the dog.
And then from there,
Oh.
we started asking
No,
about
he's
her
not.
boyfriend Gary.
These
And
are all
discussing
low
about
levels.
his history.
I just don't really picking on the lower one.
Yeah, I told him to put me out there bullying nobody.
Susan at that point knew about what happened.
Because
to her
there's a
parents.
lot of people who got more.
Let's get messing with you. I said, remember how it was when you was there
There's a lot of people who got more than us that you could be picking fights with than the ones who ain't got much.
During the course of the interview with Susan, she indicated that she told Gary that she wanted to break off the relationship with him. And what I established from Susan was that Gary was very possessive.
Gary was all over that because I left.
Gary called. Did he make a direct threat?
He said that I needed to come outside and pay my debt. And I said, what? What are you talking about? He said, I told you what I would do. You were everything me to get, and you did.
What did he say?
Like, I might as well buy that one-time starter pack too.
Because in times past, and he told me everything, I could take inside, and ask me,
We in the city, boy. I gotta get my drip. That's what I'm gonna make out that starter pack. That money gonna be drip money. That drip is expensive. Like a dude bought a jacket for like $1,050 on here.
Do you know where the barbershop's at?
Yes.
The type of person that
It should be up the road. It's not by Ultimate Drip. I don't know where it's at. Hold on. Yeah, I forget where it's at.
Found out that night of the incident when
When you get outside, you have to go to the dealership to get your dirt bike, or is it
I
outside?
guess decided to separate and see.
Oh, okay. Dang.
Did you buy a car?
No, but I'm about to get that starter pack. Is it hard
Go
to
outside, you gonna die. You hear that shit?
Is it hard to park it?
It's just gangbang.
Yeah, and it's alright. There's a policeman on.
Yeah.
So you'll
He-
get
He's
arrested.
cuffing them. He's out there cuffing them.
Yeah, you'll go to prison for real.
For like 1,000 some cents.
Man,
That was a long time for me.
you ain't
I
lying.
was just sitting there.
See, you got
So
your
was
little
that
drip.
that we
Yeah,
determined
that's why I
that
need to go to the
Gary
barbershop
was
because I wanted to put my hair.
number one suspect in both Martha and Robert's homicide. We were racing against the clock to apprehend him.
At this point during the investigation, we continue to look for Gary. We got information, some type of possible horse trailer or some type of trailer, registered to the victim Robert, and information that Gary may have his trailer at another residence. So we continue to look for that, and if we did find the trailer, hopefully that led us to Gary.
I know, sir. Very good. Deputy Sergeant Patrick, Sheriff's Office, probably met before. We're here to attempt to locate a
Man, you got scared. You done dipset it.
We didn't want to give Gary the impression that we were looking for him as a person of interest in this homicide.
Well, that's the only reason we're here, just to locate that trailer and see if
That's the only horse trailer I know.
Okay.
Can't believe they CK'd me and Tyrese's character.
So we'll just go over there and check it out, okay?
Nah, I'm just saying they wild for that, ain't they? Suge got level 5 from, and let's see how much I done came up. Oh, look at this dude. He's sharp. Man.
Tyrese down.
Yeah, it's not that one. We're gonna have to check another residence then. Thank you.
The Wilkins property was described as a compound. We got a search warrant done up. So are we moving on to where the property's at?
He said 300, Suge.
Specifically looking for Gary Wilkins.
Let me know how I go with you.
I am leading the DPS SWAT team into the suspect's gas company.
Don't forget to cash your money in. Tyrese, cash your money.
We get to the compound.
Nothing.
There's multiple.
I'm coming with.
Trailers.
Where you at? He left by himself, like you.
Tyrese, why would you leave by yourself? Wait on your father.
Where you at?
Go see where your brother's at on this game.
Hold on, I'm about to. You good. Give me a second. It's okay if he dies. We'll just be on the board.
And at that point, finding Gary was becoming a need.
Why would he go by himself?
Bruh, and I said, he's in
Your
there.
dad just said he was gonna go with
The guy
you.
just shut the door. I think that's how he got to get killed.
Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. And it was just becoming to the point of a possible dead-end investigation as far as locating Gary.
To lose two people at once and the way they were taken, it's sad.
He put the guy in some shoes.
So hard to explain your feelings.
After Tyrese gave him the money.
Hard to understand.
Tyrese!
Wally, it's gonna happen.
No. Tyrese, come here.
To see that
Wait, so
community
they have to-
members came
Here you
to
go.
the church
So he's
to
been
celebrate
Roblox on it?
them.
Nah, he just got. It was regular
There
money.
was a lot
Dante,
of
It was
come here.
in-game
that
money.
knew who they were. We realized then how much they meant to the community. There are other people that cared for them,
Yeah.
that were devastated as much as we were.
Yeah.
Move out the way, Taz. Out of
It
here.
was a celebration of life, but everybody was still uneasy on
Why in the
chairs and
hell
things, you know.
don't you wait on your
It's not
dad
the
and you
first
try to
time
do
that
that
I've
stuff
seen
by
my
yourself?
still alive.
Oh, he
It's
was
not-
typing. I thought Dad seen that. It
No.
said, he said,
Myself.
It don't matter. You still need to say, I'm waiting on him to come with me. He coming with me. And if you would have said that, he wouldn't have killed you. If it would have been two of y'all. Understand how to play the game. If you running with your dad, run with him. Quit doing that stuff by
We were able
yourself.
to
You just losing
obtain
money left and
warrant
right.
to
And
track
I'm not about to keep
Gary's-
buying
No, mother, that wasn't regular. That was money made in the game.
It's just a simple fact. He don't listen.
Mm-hmm.
He yelled your
were
name
pretty sure
4 times.
Gary
Go,
had
don't
been
do
on
it
the
again.
property pretty recently.
And that man that took your money and killed you.
Gary, right here, see your hands.
Once it was established where Gary's trailer was at, entry was made into the trailer.
Hopefully he comes back in here trying to sell them.
Well, he has it with him. Let's pay him here.
A cell phone charger was discovered. However, Gary was not. One of the biggest concern was that, because Gary was not located on the compound, that he was tipped off and
Dang, that dude just fell in here injured, babe. And somebody came in here and picked him up.
after executing the search warrant on the compound, we needed to conduct further interviews to
PSI.
find out where he may be going next.
I said the first thing I had to get, that's not the intention, that's something. But
What's it, my girlfriend?
my sister, folks live here. The road. And he acted like he was trying to home them. So.
Okay. Where's your kid book live?
I used to know, but it's changed up so much they told me I wouldn't even realize.
Nah, it's changed a lot. Okay. Sorry for bothering you. Nobody see him since Friday.
Once we
Woo!
that Gary
Hey, that Mac make him step back, even though my aim is garbage. The Mac make him step back.
made
You're
contact with his sister. So we arrived at her house and asked her if she had seen or heard from Gary.
Hi. Name's Oscar Ferreira. I'm the commander of the Patch County Sheriff's Office. Do you have a few minutes? Speak. Sure, if that's possible.
We were told that Gary had actually been to his sister's home the day prior.
About 6:30, he was pounding on my door, ringing the doorbell, and I sleep upstairs, so I don't hear nothing when he's down here. So my son got up thinking that one of our cars got hit out here. So he come to the door and he flung it open, and there's my brother Gary standing there.
He was here yesterday?
Yesterday morning about 6:30. He's in the Dodge Durango. I just don't know what to think. But anyway, so my brother said, man, I need some money, you got any money? And I need to go to Mexico.
Where do you think you would go?
Well, I've been thinking about this. We have a cousin that lives in Apache Junction. He may try to contact her. I'm trying to get it in his head. So I'm thinking our mom is buried in Rollins, Wyoming. So I thought if he is on the run, he could probably go to the cemetery to go make his peace with her mom.
The Dodge Durango that Gary was in, we put an attempt to locate out, throughout the state. Also with the U.S. and Border Customs down in Mexico, see if he was en route to Mexico or has crossed the border. We later discovered that Arizona Highway Patrol made contact with a vehicle approximately 20 miles south of Payson, southbound, in direction of Phoenix or Mexico.
I'll start the folders real quick, and after that we'll move up a little bit more.
So yeah, babe, this game, it gives you ability. You can pull stacks out.
That door was already open or unsecured.
Yeah, like if I do slash pay 10,000, my guy will pull out 10 bands and just be having 10 bands in his hand. He got a knife. He got a knife. Watch him.
We'll use the time.
Watch him. He got a knife, bruh.
Yeah, they're fine. First one's gonna be a 22.
Which one? They look like twins.
Yeah,
I don't even know which one got it. I think it's him in the bubble coat.
In the killing of Martha and Robert.
Yeah.
We looked around the area, looked up on a small berm off to the right, and in the dirt area, the portion of the shoulder area, there are shoe tracks that appear to be heading in the south direction, continuing towards Phoenix.
Yeah, I can't really tell if they're going this way.
Once we establish that somebody on the run may be on foot, then we have to consider the outlying areas. Is there a residence that he may get to? Is there a store that he may get into, or maybe possibly catch a ride? So there's a whole lot of variables that we have to consider when somebody's on foot.
We later discovered that Gary was seen at a local gas station.
Mr. Gary came to the store, right? Maybe.
What you gonna do, curly head Joe? We're watching.
Asking to charge. So like this phone, I charge him. And then I left him alone and he stood there. Said that so I didn't bother moving on and did my things that I was to do.
It appears that Gary is running out of options as far as becoming desperate and trying to get out of the area as quick as possible.
Later on, my relief came. He came and told the gentleman that was relieving me, thank you for charging my phone. That's when I said he walked in. He went. I went to take part in the windows corridor, got in it, and at that time I proceeded to go to the dumpster, grab the hat.
I was pretty confident at that time that Gary was hitchhiking away from the vehicle and possibly making his way down to Phoenix.
And did he buy anything when he was in there? Nothing at all?
At least a couple of days we were informed that Mesa PD did make contact with with another individual fitting the description of Gary.
I was notified that there was a man that was apprehended in Mesa. It wasn't clearly established who the individual was, but there was strong suspicion that it was Gary Wilkins. And at this point, I had high hopes that we're at the end of the manhunt.
Tyrez, walk away from him when you're talking.
When the individual was positively identified as Gary, I actually traveled down to Mesa and coordinated with the local law enforcement agency who had him in custody to arrange to interview Gary at that point. So when I get to the Mesa Police Department, this might be a one-shot deal that we get information from Gary concerning the homicide.
How's it going?
I got on my same clothes and everything. Ain't that the nook? I robbed for like 200. 200 he gave it to me.
Oh, did you spend time with him?
When asking Gary about Wyoming, that touched something in him that he became.
You try to change my name to something like Candyman on here or something.
No, like
When I play this game, you don't know what you've been told. Let's go like this. I'm going to insert my legs hard. What I did wrong, I had nothing to do with what I did. Okay. I did time in Wyoming. I finished that time we got out.
Gary starts to say that, hey, I'm tired, I'm hungry, I'm thirsty. So he's trying to misdirect why we're really there.
My mental capacity right now is under the rest. Okay. I'm trying to put all this together with where you want to go. And I can't go with that. My brain, I want to sit down and sleep. That's what I want to do.
And we want to make sure that we're looking out for his well-being as well. So if he is hungry, yeah, we'll offer food.
With the Mac!
If he's thirsty, we'll offer that. If he wants a cigarette, we'll offer that. But the goal is
Hey, what's going on? Hey, thanks for that follow, Francis. That's what's happening.
This guy's hungry, we gotta
He got him something to eat, gave him some
That's
food. We established contact again and asked if he was good to go. And we proceeded to continue on with speaking with Gary. We asked Gary his whereabouts during the time of Robert and Martha's homicide.
Last Friday in the morning. Where were you at then? Do you remember?
Last Friday.
You don't remember?
Then he finally indicated that he remembered going to Sorensen's home.
Mom and Dad's house. We talked to him about shit.
Hey, Tyrone,
What day was that?
come here.
But an argument with him was that. Pulled out a gun, shot at me.
Tyrone,
Times. Bullets everywhere, so I just closed the door and talked to him.
Tyrone.
Back to the house.
Hold on, here I come. You know you gotta press, you know with a gun you have to press F to cock it back before you even shoot. Make sure you do that.
Oh, I was just seeing if the revolver worked.
Did it?
No. I guess you only got one card.
Oh, okay. So you didn't buy the revolver spawns, but you got money to buy the spawns.
Took one of the games back to your father's house. What gun was that?
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, holy crap, you got shot at. I got shot at. That's so serious. That ain't cool.
Hey, no, but remember, I thought you was gonna get the Ruger.
Was it just this?
Oh, it's all over, man. Everybody got knocked out.
Oh no, you don't. You don't got enough. It's 2,800.
Out the door. You got a slammed behind me, so you couldn't shoot at me. Anything, anybody got hurt, and that was an accident.
What Gary had said was outrageous. It didn't fit. And this is something that we typically run into as investigators, is that the suspect will try to make an excuse or justify or try to make fit, what occurred, at a scene, when it's not what you're seeing. You're actually at the scene and seeing the evidence as present. Gary Wilkins initially pleaded not guilty to the homicides of Robert and Martha Sorensen. Based on all investigative work that everyone contributed to, from the first responders to the surrounding agencies who assisted us, there's no way anybody can get out of that. As a result, Gary Wilkins pleaded guilty to 2 counts of murder in the first degree. Each one of those carried a sentence of 35 years.
I do hope this, with Gary being caught, it brings some type of closure to the family, and with us in law enforcement, that we may get another person off the streets, and hopefully stop him from hurting anybody else.
I remember when he was caught. It was Friday, the following Friday. We got a phone call, and all the family were together at the house because we were still trying to, collect things. We were all together. They called Eric, my husband, and told him that, he was caught. Best news ever. We all cheered. We all, cried and hugged and was super excited, to know that he was caught now. I think that was the most we celebrated, that whole time. And, we needed it. We needed that feeling of relief, knowing that, who did this is now caught.
If my grandparents were across from me right now, I would just tell them that I miss them, and it's a long overdue conversation, and I think we're a few casino visits overdue. It's definitely what we gotta do. Hit some slots up for sure. And I'll see them one day, and hopefully they're hanging in there.
Between 2:30 and 3:30, we got a call from this guy. They were arguing, and then he hung up the phone. So then he got up. He said, "I'm going to go and take care of it." I said, "Go where?" He said, "Well, you will come out here." I said, "Okay." Next thing I know, I heard this boom. Okay, and it was so loud it shook my window. I came running to the door. I pulled back my curtain. And then when I walked down to see where Shad was, I found him on the ground. I said, "Shad, I'm right here. Hold on, just stay here for me. Please don't leave. Just please keep breathing."
When I first got the call, there wasn't a lot of information. We knew that someone had a wound in the head. Whenever we go to any type of calls like this, obviously attending to the patient and saving somebody's life is going to be your priority. I was the second person that arrived. My partner had got there first.
Yes, don't move. Don't move. Yes, sir.
214 Flagler.
214,
1014 back confirming. Go ahead, roll me Vegas. Correction. Man rescue code 3 possible GSW to the head.
Yeah, they're already en route. We'll give them a minute.
No, yeah, but.
No, good. You can. Copy one of the units responded and leaving at Franklin set. So, 221 Flagler on Part B now. Won't be able
Don't move, man. Don't move. Stay where you're at. Don't move. Don't move. Like an ambulance coming, man. What's his name? I'm on. Give me the count. Hold my flashlight. Keep it on. Okay? I'm on. Don't move. Talk to me. Talk to me. What's your name? 214. Hey, still 10-8. Trying to move. Don't move. Don't move.
Please. Look at me. Look at me. Lady, please. Oh, God.
Time is of the essence. So at that point, we just try to do what we're trained to do and get that treatment for that person.
Me and Ahmad was, we were really good friends for a really long time. And he was totally goofy. He loves his family. He's warm and...
this South London too, my fault. I just now looked at your message. But yeah, this South London too on Roblox.
He couldn't talk enough about them. He definitely loved
About
to
to
go
go buy the
fishing.
drip next,
He loved
y'all.
his music, like to blast his music through his speaker, through his car.
We about to
you
crank
know,
this in
and
the overdrive.
He'll just pop up or just show up at my house, and I would know that he's...
I've done learned a
that it's
lot
him,
from
'cause
being
I
on
can
this
hear him
game
talk
and lost a
down the
lot
street
from
and
being on
around
this
the
game.
corner. So I knew it was him when I saw him in the driveway. I was scared. I was so scared. I've never seen anything like this before in my life. I've never seen anybody shot, and especially somebody close to me. And happened at my house. He was lying there bleeding, and I wasn't sure where the blood was coming from.
Knowing how bad in shape that he was, you're already preparing for the worst. So you're on this high, you're on this rush, and your heart rate is going really fast. So it was pretty intense. It was scary.
Just having difficulty keeping him in one place. He's laying down, he's breathing and have a pulse.
I just was begging, please, stay with me. Stay with me, please, don't go. Please just stay with me.
Stay with me. Come on.
Stay with me.
Come on. Stay with me. Come on.
We got rescue here.
Ambulance is here. Come on, man. Talk to me, man. Come on. Just stay with me. Come on. Come on.
Come on, man. No,
Stay with me.
please.
Stay with me. Stay with me. Stay with me. Come on. Stay with me. Come on. You need to move. You need to move back, sweetheart. Take the phone. Move back. Shot, right? Shot?
Come on.
Shot.
Yes.
Shot. Okay. I'll get out of your way. I don't know if it's GSW or what. Like, okay. Yeah, well, right there. Stay fine. Come on. Stay with us.
So once the medical team comes on scene, we just kind of give them a quick synopsis of what we have, what we think is the cause of the trauma. The victim was definitely in a state of shock. He was moving around a lot, and he was flailing a lot.
Come on, man. Come on. You gotta help us help you. Come on. Sean, come on. Ease up, buddy. Ease up. Come on, man. Ease up, bro. Ease up. Ease up. I don't know.
It's just get him into that ambulance as quick as we can and get him out of here. He definitely needed to be stabilized first thing, and he was trying to move, and no matter how many people tried to hold him down, he just wouldn't stay still.
Do anything to tone him down?
Come on, man.
Okay. Do what you gotta do. Come on, Sean. Stay with me, man. Guys, give me some crime scene. Shut down this street. The telephone. Give me crime scene tape from there across the street.
I was riding with like the wheelie up, and I was
Medical
holding
personnel
it.
was trying to treat him. I
Uh-huh.
need to start kind of taking charge of trying
They
to
were trying to
secure
shoot at me while I was
area, make
on
sure
it, but
nobody
they
comes
couldn't
in
hit
that
me.
doesn't belong
Oh,
there.
really?
That is very important because we need to preserve the area.
Just watch yourself. Ready? Let's do it.
We'll make this 17 and then I'm out of here. We're gonna get some drip after this. We gonna get some drip. We gonna get some drip.
Hey, Pyrax. You got a GSW, we got a casing. What is it?
We almost to level 30. We should just wait. Yeah, I'ma wait.
40 or 9?
I'm level. I'ma wait till I'm old enough to get out the house.
Hey, where's he going, Pyrax?
And ain't nobody gonna know who I am. Besides my name, they'll know about my name. Wade Price.
After Ahmad had been transported by the medical personnel, we had found out that Ahmad had passed away from his wounds. We knew that this was definitely a homicide case.
Okay, sweetheart.
Yes.
Sweetheart. Okay, I need you to do me one favor.
Yes.
Take some deep breaths. I need you to slow down.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir.
Just slow down.
Okay.
All right.
Now the focus goes to what actually happened here. And so it's important to talk to the caller to get every little detail they can at that moment. Recognizing that, they are distraught.
Listen to me, okay?
Yes.
You know what happened here?
Yes.
Okay, it's a crime.
Okay.
So the caller told our detectives that they were watching football. All of a sudden, the victim gets up, walks outside. And she didn't really know why. She didn't know who he was meeting with.
I don't even know who he is. He didn't tell me his name.
Okay. All right. Say anything about him? No.
He just said, I'm going to get him. I'm going to settle this right now. That's all he said.
Okay.
And I guess he was meeting him out. He came out to walk, I guess, to meet him. And when I came to the door after I heard the shot, I ran to the door and all I saw was a car pulling off real fast, going that way. I didn't see the make, model, color, nothing.
Okay.
It was just for me to keep repeating and repeating what happened. It was just too hard. I have never experienced anything like that in my life. Hell, it hurts. It still hurts so bad. I keep thinking maybe I should have went out there with him. And sometimes thought that maybe it would have been better if it was me than him.
Who died? Somebody she knew?
Yeah, I did.
I'm saying she knew him?
Yeah, she was in the door in front of him, laying in the driveway, and he was shot in the head. And he was alive till the way to the hospital.
Okay.
But at the same time, he was trying to move like he was in shock.
I don't need
Kept
more.
moving,
No one.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
Sit down. Try and have a glass of water. Talk to whoever you want on the phone. Have at it.
Yes,
But
sir.
we don't need people coming here.
She was clearly, it was a very difficult night for her to deal with. And after a while, especially with somebody who's had a hard time dealing with something emotionally, sometimes it's just good to end the interview there.
One of the basic investigation 101, if you will, is that you then canvass the area to see if anyone saw anything. So we want to see who may have cameras, security cameras around their house, maybe doorbell.
So we can still
cameras,
fight in the stores.
Other tools that
That's
we
tight.
can locate that may give us some leads and evidence in this case.
Sorry to have to wait yet. No problem. Is that you here? Okay.
We were very fortunate that the next door neighbor, I believe just due east of their residence, had surveillance cameras both in the front yard, going into the roadway.
Dang, you can't drag them down?
No.
Left side of the house here.
Dang, where would I get a change of face from?
Yeah, I don't even know.
Do you have a DVP or anything that you can make a copy with?
The neighbor downloaded his security footage onto a thumb drive, gave it to our detectives, which then went eventually back to our agency headquarters to review all this footage.
The next day, I reviewed the footage. There were actually 2 cameras that were pertinent on the next door neighbor's residence. The first camera was pointing into the street where we were actually able to identify the vehicle coming from east to west around the time of the homicide.
So the vehicle was a sedan, possibly a convertible or some kind of material on the roof. That was really about it. The coverage, the security angle did not provide us a tag number or anything like that.
Fortunately, we had the second camera on the side of the house, of the neighbor's house facing west. And this captured the entire front of the driveway of Danielle's residence. In the footage, we see the headlights of the vehicle pulling up in front of the neighbor's house.
So what we saw was the victim come out of the house, walks to the end of the driveway. There is someone that he's talking to. The video does not pick up sound, but you can tell from the body language that there's obviously a dispute, an argument going on.
I'm tired.
And then when the suspect, just when you think he's going to walk away and leave, he pulls out a firearm and points it backwards and shoots the victim.
How don't I see the same outfit he got on?
Movements.
I thought I could change that.
As
Let me
he
see real
leans
quick.
forward. And
If not, it is at the Ultimate Trip, and I think it is. Yeah,
And then he
it
got in his
is
car and drove off and
Ultimate
left.
That really blew this case wide open.
I look different, y'all. If it wasn't for my clothes.
And this is probably the first time I've seen a case that actually shows what led up to the homicide and then the actual shootings. It really helped us, but now we have to determine who is the suspect.
So one of the next steps in the investigation was to meet with Shad's family and see if they could provide us any insight as to Shad's recent history, maybe who he would have been having issues with, and maybe we could see if any of them could recognize the car or even the suspect. I have, in my law enforcement career, known Shad's family At that time, for maybe about 12, 13 years, I had patrolled. In this time of the homicide, I spoke to Shad's brother on the phone, who I know very well. I told him we needed to have a talk about who did this to his brother.
You know why we're here today, obviously. Do you know of any backstory, or do you know of anything that might be able to help us out today?
I just know he owed me a little money.
Just for the record, who owed you a little money?
My brother owed Clarence some money.
Your brother of mine was shot last week?
Yes.
Okay.
So our detectives learned, talking to Ahmad's brother, is that Ahmad did owe an individual named Clarence Murphy some money. We also learned in that interview that Clarence was related to Ahmad as a cousin, and so now we have a family tie to our victim.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was cash or a food stamp card. Something about cash or a food stamp card.
And how did you hear about that?
I heard it through family. I heard it through family or what happened. Something about he owed him something about a food stamp card. I don't want to say that's exactly what it is. I don't want to lie.
No questions, just something to think about. To the best of your knowledge, did he owe a lot of people money or just one debt?
To the best of my knowledge, only one.
So sometimes families will get hell bent on an idea, and they are, they've lost somebody that they love, and they get an idea that somebody's a suspect, and they might not let go of it. So we want to make sure that we have the right person.
All right. Sergeant Miller is going to show you some.
First thing I want to show you is the video clip. You recognize that person as well. Truly. What makes it that's funny?
The way that he walked, so he had some kind of monitor with him. And the way that he walked with like a slump. Okay, and he was hunched over just like that.
Hey Tyrez, I'm looking for the dealer shit.
Putting it all together, as hard as that can be for a family, they realize at that point, my God, this actually did happen to somebody that I love. And we need to do whatever we can to help the police and make sure that we're doing justice.
So the day of the funeral, my best friend came and picked me up. And
next year, after my
so we got
birthday,
in the church.
I'll be old enough to get verified on TikTok. There's got to be 13-year-olds.
I couldn't go with them. She said you have to go and say goodbye to him because you didn't get a chance. His casket looked beautiful. So she had him hung on to me. And I went to the casket and I started crying. I couldn't even get the words out. I told him I loved him. And he was a good friend.
What is dang dealership at?
So one of the things that detectives do during an investigation is they look into the background of both the victim and your suspect, Clarence Murphy. And so what we learned with the suspect is that he had been to prison
I kind of
for
can't
about
hide
7
it.
years total for various drug charges, drug dealing, trafficking, that kind of stuff.
I thought I could tuck it, but it don't tuck.
So we knew who we were dealing with. We knew what his criminal history was. We knew we had the family on board. And now it's just a matter of how we're going to get this guy.
And so you start working our technology, databases, last known, where's this guy at?
Nah, bruh.
trying
I just lost the little stuff I had on me.
To see what kind of activity was going on at that house.
Pray to the 414, don't jam. Raid that aim 99, no Sam. I'm on the up block, trying to rise and tan. I'm on the up block, trying to rise and tan. I go beg you around, jiggy jiggy on decking. Good the jiggy on decking. You stay good at blicking. Quest. No way, still get chef. Don't move right, you will get left.
I ain't said nothing. I was looking for the dealership, but I don't know what happened. My internet blew down.
Yeah, mine
growing up, you can get left like the Christmas. Drugs, money, it come from the coast. White light, Tommy and Brother says that shit. Get lit like my man matches. Shots get seen, we don't wait for no catches. Fresh out the box and it's automatic. Told the driver, stop here, let me slap. I'm on the back road, I'm on
4-lane commuter road.
Dang, lost all our little stuff we had on us. It said internet connection went out. Oh, this is the dealership right here. I know, man. I know. Yeah, I know. It wasn't us.
We started to go into a congested area. It's a lot of businesses.
SUV?
Is your stream still going?
No, my stream shut off.
Oh, okay, you're right. It's still green.
Huh?
I see your light was still
Oh, I think you right. It might have just clicked. What? How they gonna? I gotta get that fast. Come on, bro.
So you're on really
Don't do me like that, bro.
everything that's going on, but you can't really control.
Yeah, we still on. Yeah.
The people in the car.
You're right. I'm glad you said that. I thought my stuff was off, but no. Come on, bros.
We're gonna stand by and light it up. Stand by and light it up. Stand
Did you
by.
buy?
Deleting in 8 seconds. That's crazy. Now, how I get in it?
I think you walked like. Oh, I don't even.
Tyrese, you ain't got whispered. I know what I'm doing. Slash. Okay, once you get in it, what's up?
Hold on. Put your controller down to the driver wheel, and then.
Go ahead, keep purple.
Down to the driver wheel?
Yeah, and then like.
I don't think you know.
You conduct a felony traffic stop, and now you've got the vehicle stopped. There were 2 occupants that were visible in the vehicle. The first person that you always get out is the driver. With their control.
Nah, ain't this.
Keep coming back to me.
We get the first one out, which is the female driver.
Ain't this about us?
Who's in the vehicle? Hey, target! Target in the vehicle! What's a target? What's a target? What's going on?
It turns out it's Clarence Murphy's girlfriend.
Is there a gun in that car? No!
The driver confirms to us that her passenger was Clarence Murphy. So we now
Come on, man. I need my car. Hey.
As we can.
Face front, don't look at me. Walk back. Stop right there. Raise the back of your shirt. Up. Turn around. Put your shirt down. Walk back to the sound of my voice. Do it now. I got nothing. Let's go. I got hands on as well. Go. Keep coming. Stop right there. Do not move your hands. Do you understand me? Keep coming. Stop. Stop right there. Go to your knees. Do not move your hands. Your hands in the back of your head. Do not move. How many more people in the vehicle? Switch legs. So is there anybody else in the vehicle?
The passenger comes out, everybody's compliant. They bring him back, they secure him.
Double check, do another search on him. against the car, sir? Step your feet away, okay? Alright, thank you.
I do not know how to even get in this thing.
Double lock.
The deputies on scene know that you gotta use some caution. You gotta be very careful clearing the car.
Anybody else inside that SUV? Exit and do it now!
Then they make announcements to the car. You make 2 or 3 announcements to a car, and our guns are drawn.
If there's anybody else inside that white Escalade, come out and do it now!
And then the deputies go in and clear it.
Dang, somebody tell me, do they know how to get in the car on here? No, he don't. No.
It's a very dangerous situation for a law enforcement officer to be in.
You get strong. You get strong. One problem, mic secure. Vehicle is secure.
How does he get on his dirt bike?
He just kind of walks on.
Both the girlfriend and Clarence Murphy were taken back to the sheriff's office to be interviewed by our detectives. We speak to the girlfriend to see what she can tell us about his movements the night of when this homicide occurred.
Okay, so obviously there was a little bit of an altercation last night into maybe early this morning. But with that said, maybe the door was very
Did I get a license? Do you know if I bought a license or not?
She informed
No, I sure didn't.
that the previous day had been
I can't get one either.
Yes, I saw that.
Maybe you do need a license to drive the car.
I'm about to see.
So someone's got walk inside the road.
Yeah, that ain't nothing. That's just when you're in the car, you have to park it. It have some green parking spots on where you gotta park your car at.
Were you sleeping?
Open up. At some point, it was like locked again. Get back around.
How much did the license cost? 70?
$245.
Pray to the 414, don't jam. Raid that aim 99, no Sam. I'm on the up block, tryna rise and tan. I'm on the up block, tryna rise and tan. I go back your round, jiggy jiggy on decking. With the jiggy on decking. Yes, we got the picking crap.
Running all the way to the dealership,
Don't move right, you will get left.
I dang near got a license because I know I'm about to buy a dirt bike.
4 a.m.
Yeah, I didn't even have to use the license for the
I saw that. But for me to buy it out the dealership, I think I do. Because I don't know how else I would have bought it. Because I didn't see. Did you see an opening to the dealership? Oh, and if I would have got glasses, they would have fit my face anyway, right? You know how you look at them in the store and they're all crooked? I think that if you put them on your guy, though, they'll put them on right.
His girlfriend says she saw Shad at the family get-together the day before the murder. And she says that he made contact with Clarence and that they had a talk about exchanging rides later.
But I like the
The usual, I'm calling each other like stupid names that they was doing. It seemed fine, but after that, I don't know where it went. I don't know. When they were joking around.
Do you have any idea what could have possibly happened? Because I really don't think they hated each other that much.
You know, it's still was like, cause you see arguments. I mean, they could get some arguments, but the next day they just like, what's up, guys? And it's just like, da 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 da, like nothing happened. That's why I don't like this. That's why I don't like this.
Hopefully somebody in here gotta tell me.
She didn't believe he was capable of doing any violent crime like a homicide. That happens a lot. You don't know if they're trying to protect their loved one or sometimes a spouse, girlfriend, boyfriend, are the last one to really know the inner.
That mask
inner
is
workings
tight.
of an individual.
I like having that whole mask.
Detectives are done talking with the girlfriend. Now it was time to interview our suspect, Clarence Murphy.
Do you have any questions about being here or not?
I mean, you can explain, you know more about it than I do.
Yeah, when you're like right at New London, you just run straight.
Okay, yeah, I'm trying to ask these people how you drive your car.
You know, some of the information that we
Maybe you will be able to with the license, but
you might have some
Torrin, I don't think he had to have one.
Well, I mean, as far as you talking about
He
the
was
shot,
in it.
Yeah. What have you heard about shot?
I heard he got shot and killed. Just people in the streets. I didn't get called all along saying that way. They think that you shot me and stuff.
You said that?
There's a lot of people in the streets.
Okay. So why would people think that you shot a shot?
But we had a little altercation or whatever, but it wasn't that serious.
Okay. Like what?
Well, I had
You kind of idiot.
I got food stamp card from.
Okay.
And I went to get spend food stamps, and there was no money on it.
How much money was supposed to be?
Supposed to be $300.
Okay. And there was nothing on it?
There was nothing on it, absolutely nothing. So I called him, didn't answer. Called him again, he didn't answer. So I sent him a text. It was a nasty text. Didn't have to do me saying that? Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And then he sent me a text saying, help you. I said, so where you at so we can help together? You feel me? So he said, you know what I mean? Because I had just dropped him off. I dropped him off to that house. And then when I tried to get back in touch with him, I couldn't. So, like I said, I shot a couple texts together. And, you know, my intention, you know, was to go and, you know, fight, honestly. You know, and when I got there, he wasn't there.
All right. One of the most difficult things as a detective is you have a suspect lying to you. You cannot overreact, and you've got to keep a poker face and act like you believe it.
Knock on the door, no one was there. So, got in my car and I left.
All right, I got you. All right, and then you got back in your car and you drove off.
Yes.
At that point in the interview, my statement to him was stop. Well, right after you left, somebody killed him. We're showing you in that location from at the time that he was killed.
I can't tell you, man. Yeah, I shot him killed him.
Surveillance footage backs that up too. So your car is the only car that was in front of his house. So that's your car. That's one of the shots in your car.
But I told you my car was over there.
Right.
I can give you that.
No, I know it. And I'm telling you that your car was over there at 350. Okay? That's about, the shooting happened at 353. The call came in at about 354. There's no time for anybody else to do it. Plus you're on video shooting. You're on video walking away, shooting at one time right inside of that Wednesday. That's your cousin, man. You want to see the video?
Yeah, if you said you got a video, let's see the video.
Okay. Yeah, we got it. In an interview like that, the suspect would like to see what you know. I think he thinks that we're bluffing about it. But in this situation, we actually did have the video on the side of the house that pointed directly at the shooter.
Tyrese, get this man!
Damn.
Never mind. He took my Mac.
Shit about to die. He was in there stabbing him. Hit yourself, son.
could see any ounce of hope that he had that he was going to get away with this just evaporate out of his body.
This faggot.
What's the story behind that?
Damn, man. I'm totally screwed. Regardless.
That's why we're saying tell us what happened so we understand it.
Yeah, but what happened is still screwed, so.
I need to go ahead and get my level up so I can start putting masks on. Dang. I didn't know you had to be experienced in that too. I thought you just had the weapon shoes. You make it happen. He stabbed me so dang quick.
You're destroying evidence, or you're telling us what
I think I need health boosters. I need something to boost my health up. I think they got them. I just got to read up on it a little more. But I think they do. Because something is keeping them people alive.
Make sure that the jury understands that you have done every single thing that you could do to prove beyond any reasonable doubt that this is the person, this is how the crime was committed.
Where's the gun?
I asked him if he could take us to where the firearm is. And he agreed to take us to the location where he threw the firearm. That's pretty much the end of the interview. You know, we're going to arrange for him to take us out there.
Let's just go down.
Like I said, I'm not really good time. I think it was like a 40 or 45. Were you on the document? Did you heave it, or did you just toss it in?
Don't do nothing, Tyrant. Stay in your lane.
Information that Clarence Davis, our dive team, came out and started searching that area. And within a few hours, they were able to recover the gun that was used in the murder of Ahmaud.
Pray to the 414 don't jam. Read that aim 99, no slam. I'm on the upload, tryna rise and tan. I'm on the upload, tryna rise and tan. I go beg your round, jiggy on decking. Good the jiggy on decking. You stay good at flicking quest. No way, still get chef. Don't move right, you will get left. Shots get beat from the 9.
And now we have the firearm. Clarence Murphy, for his role in the murder of Ahmaud Laster, was sentenced to life in prison. Shad was somebody who I always liked him. I knew his kids and his wife. They knew me. It was more personal than anything on the side. But at the same time, you know, it makes you feel good to be able to close the case and bring some justice to the family. That's why
I did fall into a deep, but I do feel like I have closure, and knowing that they caught the person that did it and he's where he is, I know he can rest in peace now. You know, I'm sorry that this happened to him. I wish he was still here. He was just an all-around great person. And I miss him so much.
Yeah.
Figure so. Yeah. Right now. That's what you do. Work.
I ain't even got a knife, Spawn. What are you doing?
To get some swiggulators. Sorry, I don't even know where that building is at. It's at Scatterfield somewhere.
Where?
Where my doctor's appointment's at. It was like Scatterfield.
Dang, Tyrell, your dirt bike that powerful? Your dirt bike that powerful?